Funny thing, I destroyed my earbuds last night, so I don't have the little microphone. So I'm sorry for the echo. You know, yeah, I forgot I had them around my neck. You know what I'm saying? So I unzipped my hoodie to blast me because so I work at it, solder flies over wood chips. I'm saying molder. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly wiping the table off. So it keeps from blowing in my face. But anyway, so I covered with it. My beanie was all messed up. So I got the big air hose and we used to spray to clean the place up. And I blasted my, I unzipped my hoodie this far. I didn't realize my earbuds were right there. Destroyed them. I mean, that 200 psi blast of cold air, instant, like this far, like the pipe was like right here, this far away, like a shotgun. Like I was shooting myself in the chest with a shotgun, obliterated him. See, funny stuff happens. You never, I mean, you got to pay attention, right? Anyways, right. I'm in homelessness again. Well, this is like in between homelessness. I like to refer to this as displaced. Like, cause I was displaced for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And that's how this one worked. I'll give you an example. I had a friend, right? I'm saying this was a few years back, right? Who lived over in Midtown. He was married. I mean, he was like in his late 40s. His wife was in her late 40s. I mean, they'd been married for like 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? They came from back east. Homeboy was from here, you know what I'm saying? Right? And his girl, ended up here, 15 years married. You know what I'm saying? And then one day, his wife got tired of him, which happens. Sometimes we get tired of them, and then he just collapsed. Boom. She didn't want it anymore. Collapsed. Boom. But my homeboy had a good job. He made good decent bread. You know, saying he supported him 15 years. They were buying a house and shit, right? And so she got greedy and she held up to. She wouldn't get a divorce. She wouldn't divorce him outright and take her half. You know what I'm saying? But she, vindictive. She put him out. If she started out by this, she put him out, put him out. He on the side of the house, he built him a little shed, you know what I'm saying? He was, making bikes. He used to go there and hang out and build bikes. He'd smoke a bomb every once in a while, drink some beer, watch the game, the TV we put outside, had the dartboard, we had to go, he just, man cave, right? Anyway, she put him out, so she put his cot over there in the corner, built up his little, shelter in the back, put the thing over the top of it, bang, 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 boom, bang, I'm good. Right, went on with his business. You know what I'm saying? Slowly over time, that she did so much spiteful shit to him. You know what I'm saying? That over time, his boss finally, fed up with the whole deal, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it was stressing dude out. She's always in his face. You know what I'm saying? When he was at home from work and shit, he could never find any peace. You know what I'm saying? So finally, he made a conscious choice and he left. Right? But he had a couple, two, three places, spotted out, planned out. You know what I'm saying? Where if he had, if it came down to it, boom, he got him a spot. You know what I'm saying? I could still, do what I need to do. Slowly over time, my friend kind of went downhill. You know what I'm saying? And he's still there. He's still doing good. You know what I'm saying? But he's, a street person now. You know what I'm saying? He's done, right? What's done is done. He supports himself the way he does. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna knock him because everybody's got to eat, bro. Even the babies. Right? Anyways, all right. So, you know, the whole point of the matter is, right, is that for like a year, saying that he was displaced, that he was out running around digging and dodging, saying, running from the cops here, saying, trying to make a deal over there, hustling, bustling, doing the whole bit, saying, homeboy had some, he's got some game, right? I mean, he's still rolling out there, right? Right? He's had his run-ins with the law, and just like all of us have, saying, just simply because you were at the wrong place at the wrong time, when they rolled up because they were looking for somebody else, boom, right? The spotlight's on you now. It's like, damn, what do you got to do? You know what I'm saying? Right? So that kind of life, wears on you, but it teaches you, right? The streets, they'll eat you if you let them, right? But if you figure out, my friend, right? He, like me, he figured out a system for how to make it work for himself. You know what I'm saying? This and that, because, he still got his two spots. I mean, because he still ain't divorced. You know what I'm saying? His old lady, you know what I'm saying? They just heard her last piece of vengeance she got on him was, she sold the house, put the house up for sale, sold it, gave him his little tiny piece while he was in jail. Right? And she moved back to Pennsylvania. So when he got out, like a year and a half later, because this was like 2 years ago that he got out. Right? Since then, streets. Right? because now he didn't have that fallback because they're still at divorce, and over the course of time, every once in a while she would take it back in a week or so, until she got pissed off at him again, or this or whatever, or homeboy, be in the back tinkering with the bike, and she didn't like that because that was the thing that bugged her the most was it wasn't so much that Frank was into bikes and tinkering and stuff. It was that a bunch of us would come over every once in a while and we'd party it up, and the neighbors would call her over the phone, bitch. Right, and that's how it all started. You know what I'm saying? And we were respectful of the neighbors, right? When we were going to hang out and throw darts and drink some beer, you know what I'm saying? One of us would go over next door, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, we're going to have a little party right here. This is okay." And the neighbors were good with us, right? But she bitched at them to bitch at us, and they wouldn't. So they bitched back at her, and friends, see, I made a couple videos about good friends, bad friends, everybody else's friends. They're in the spirituality and higher thinking playlist. Just check it out. I've already said a lot of stuff to you guys. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you went back and saw it. I mean, there's a lot of you that've seen everything, watch everything, do everything. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is me, Brian. But remember, it's not always bad people that end up doing bad stuff. Right? I mean, if any of you have ever read, The Mandalorian, or no, The Maldorian, one of them, fantasy books, there was a character called Paul the Sorceress in one of the, stories, right? And she said this, he said, right, an accomplishment born out of desperation, right, is a true accomplishment indeed, right? She said that, so when you're out here, right, you got no other choice but to move forward, eat, stay clean, move around, right, do what you need to do and live, right? It's not a bad thing to be outside to do it, right? It shouldn't be against the law. It shouldn't be grounds for the police to just drive up past you or somebody else and say, if you're minding your own business and you're doing good, right, and you're trying to work and you got your hustle and you're pretty legit, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I mean, there's literally thousands of abandoned properties. You know what I'm saying? The city slowly, over the last 4 or 5 years, the city has bought up and built condos, bang, everywhere, up and down Central, and everywhere, up and down Central. There are brand new condos. Not along Roosevelt, they're brand. You see, I've been showing you guys what they did to the Arts District. That's all city, right? That's all development. The city was either owned that, and the developers paid them to develop it, or the developers bought it, paid them taxes for the rest of the durations. So one way or another, and they're going to build them. And right now we're about all third full, and it's right just outside the downtown campus area where there's 35,000 students with all their dorms and everything else. I mean, why can't they why can't they spend some of that money on rent, on doing some programs like this? Well, in the city, because they own tax liens on this apartment complex, that apartment complex, this apartment complex, that apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? They're just sitting there idle and saying, "Oh, they're slated to be torn down to build new condos," right? Why does the city fund, some kind of a little program, right, that takes displaced people like I'm talking about my buddy here, you know what I'm saying, who had a job, who was doing good, everything was rolling along until somebody put him out, and that's what, into the, But if he had some kind of a support network, some kind of a system, saying we go down and say, "Look, I got a job. This is my ID, Social Security card. This is my ABT card. This is my signal. Birth certificate," which the state of Arizona requires all of us to have. All right, but then what the heck? If you could get a food stamp card, why can't you get a voucher that says you can move into this apartment as long as you pay X amount of your rent because you got a job? Displaced people. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're penalized by the system, right? The system takes advantage of us, right? But requires us to apply for all of the programs and everything else that they, deny us simply because we know. Why? The shelter's buried. That thing's buried. Right? It's going to be 30 years before they process all those people through, and then just think about all the other people going to fill up behind them. Right? Come on. I mean, this is a reasonable suggestion, right? To ending the problem. I mean, right? One of my scribes is right. You know, saying, dude, you're right. In a sense, the shelter is done. I mean, California threw all this money and all this stuff, and I mean, Washington did. I mean, look at Seattle. Seattle is a camp, right? You know, because the city municipalities, the people that are in charge, the brains, you know, the brain trust, the city fathers, right? They don't got enough sense. None of them have had contact, you know, saying up close with a homeless person, right, or a displaced person, right, or somebody who chose to be out there because they've been out there so dang long they don't have any other choice, right? Then come down here and talk to us. Right? Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm right now fortunate. There's a lot of you guys out there that are fortunate because we're all this close. And you guys know it. That's why you watch me. That's why you listen to me. That's why it's like, damn, Brian, shit, I remember that. You know, dude, that's rough. Yeah, oh, bro, hey, man. And, or, you know, right? The worst thing is your partner, your friend. You know what I'm saying? He comes up to you that one day and says, hey, bro, you can't be coming to the house anymore. You can't hang out. Right? And it's like, dude, we've known each other for 5 years. What the fuck? And saying we were on the yard together. But, you know, it's like, dude, I'm always pissed off, man. And I'm like teetering on the fucking edge right now. You know. What do? How do you help your friend? Because if you ain't got much yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's me, Brian. Something to think about.